checking out Biomutant today, and I'm joined by
Stefan Ljungqvist. I'm the creative director of Biomutant.
So I should preface that I'm the one playing, and you're going to guide me.
Yeah.
So if it's really bad, it's not a reflection on you. But tell me about Biomutant.
Yeah, it's an open world action RPG that is focused on, let's say, post-apocalyptic kung fu fable. Fable part is quite evident here because you're playing as an animal. So start by choosing your gender. Let's pick male, and now comes a really interesting part. So you see on the left-hand side that you're actually choosing your attributes.
Okay.
So as I said, it's a full-blown RPG under the hood. So if you press Y to recode your DNA, you get a completely new strand, and do LS, the left stick, and you can mutate within this strand.
Right.
So that changes all of those stats, different caps on the right-hand side.
Let's go
so, for example,
agility and intellect, shall we?
Yeah, so I will give you a good choice here. If you press Y again, I'll show you one more time. I'll show you one breed, one more. This guy. So do intellect. Go down to intellect, max the intellect. So you see his head grows really big, so he becomes like Megamind, and you see the score for intellect is quite high.
Right.
So for example, if you're a guy that want to go for psi mutations, you probably want to max out that.
Okay.
But you can change this, you can recode your DNA at any bio pool in the open world.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously you have full customizations of the look, the fur length, fur pattern,
It's a
fur style.
nice and fairy.
Yeah.
I like that
Pick your
pattern.
main color.
Oh, nice blue.
Choose your detail. Good choice.
Yeah,
That's
so
a handsome lass.
at the start of the game, you just continue to run here, forward, but this year we actually take you to a specific place in the open world.
Okay.
So this is where you will go now. And it will kind of start on action as you see here. You're controlling your air balloon. This is actually could have been 4 different starts. Now
Right.
we are at the radioactive ruin. Could have been a biohazard forest, frosty mountain, or heat-based zone. And that has quite a significant impact in terms of gameplay, and I will talk more about that later. So RT is feather slide, is shooting on the right trigger.
Oh, wow. These are some large individuals.
Yeah. So gameplay-wise, it has influences of Devil May Cry.
It instantly feels like Devil May Cry, yeah.
It has some Ratchet and Clank in it, and it also has some Batman aspects. You can see when you get lighting, you counter that guy, so you can go up and on his head, and so it's quite strategic.
I didn't even know how I did that, but it felt amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing here is also on the left top side, you see Super Wushu, a bar.
Okay.
So you can build a combo bar, and then you can actually release some super combos.
Squeeze through here now, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, just smash it down.
I was talking about these different regions. Now you see you get a headache. On the bottom left-hand side, you have a meter for radioactivity. So if this would have been a frost area, this would have been cold. So if you want to venture deeper into one of these areas, it's smart to wear, for example, in this case, a hazmat suit. Because also now you see that big monster, he's now also radioactive in terms of attacks.
So you've got to kind of tailor your gear to the environment.
Yes. And now that Fluff Hulk is loose, and he will start to attack this tribe. Now you have Super Wushu. So press melee. Yeah.
Oh my days, where am I going?
So each weapon has a Super Wushu state. You could have gone shooting there, and later on I will give you another type of weapon that will allow you to do even more crazy Super Wushu.
How many weapon types have you got?
Okay, so at the demo here we gave you a random crafted melee weapon. You have some kind of wooden thing, and a random shooting weapon. I think for ranged weapons, it's more than 500,000 combinations.
Oh, okay.
So it's
just
a
few
deep
then.
crafting
Just one or
system.
two.
Yeah. So you can have piercing melee, crushing melee, slashing melee, two-handed, dual wielding, one-handed. Yeah, you get it. And they all have different stats, just like a normal RPG.
I don't know if I want to kill this fairy boy. He's
You can also
adorable.
counter him. Yeah, so they go into multiple stages. So now
okay.
it's a little bit more dangerous. So I guess it's, in a way, it's kind of Monster Hunter light-ish.
Right. So does it? Am I? Oh, okay.
Shoot him. Yeah, shoot. Ah, you killed him.
There you go.
So, like I said, different weapon has different type of Super Wushu. Some of the tribes, we have 6 tribes in the game. They have tribe Sifu leaders.
Lovely ragdoll. Please never change this. That's my favorite thing in games. There's a big old ragdoll.
So as you can see, it's a post-apocalyptic world. We're part of a city block. Here's an abandoned subway entrance. So let's go down there. So you see that we lead you here with quest markers. That's not true for the open world. This is a show floor demo, right? So we have to hold your hand to make most effective of 15 minutes.
That makes
In
sense.
the open world, you get like a character saying, there's something interesting to the northeast. And you have to go there and find out by yourself. So now you picked up a really interesting gadget. It's a clunk fist. It's kind of a power fist, as you can see. And it can be quite effective in combat, but also for this. So let's say that you find a yellow metal door in the open world.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have the clone fist. So it's kind of a Metroid design. Now you find the clone
Right.
fist, you can go back. Maybe you can access that bunker there. But
As
the
you'd
clone-
expect for this kind of game, you've taken DNA from a lot of other titles and made like
a lot of the games that we love, right? So, and now with the clone fist, you can also grab on Y.
Why?
So you can grab them and you can slam them with melee. So grab and then do melee. Yeah.
Get out of here.
And if you're a big guy, you can slide with dodge with B, between his legs. So it can become quite tactical if you know exactly the
Yeah,
moves.
feels
But now
very
this is the
fluid.
first time you're playing, so but
pro gamer, aren't I?
you're doing excellent. So a little bit of finding.
Champion with a pop.
Yeah, so here's the shotgun. So in the real game, you would have gotten, like, this is the place that that character was talking about, right? So you would have probably gotten a marker to go and investigate here. And the way that you came here was up to you.
Small liquid soap is always a slip.
So I could have, like you said, started out in the air balloon or gone through on foot. Right. Well, what's happening to me?
Yeah, so now you got a mutation. So last year, so if you go to the right here, we showed a few mutations. In the real game, you have to go to a biopool to unlock this. But we just give you one here to try.
Okay.
And of course, it's a mucus bubble, so jump down there.
Of course it's a mucus bubble. Why wouldn't it be
So
a
roll
mucus
over those small guys that were behind you. Oh yeah, with this guy. So it's both good for traversal, but also for combat, as it's sticky, right?
Right.
And you can smash it, and if you aim it when they're on the far end, you can shoot them down in the oil and stuff like that.
So you got a little bit of Katamari in here as well.
Told you,
Is there any game you haven't drawn inspiration from?
but I think they come together in a unique, kind of strange, we call
Absolutely.
it weird in a good way.
Right, I
And
need,
free flow is it's a key word for us.
need my bubble again. Oh, hello.
So free flow, you should always be able to, if you jump, to interrupt with an ability, go directly into melee, it should be your choice. So those gel things on the ground actually just makes you jump higher.
Right.
Now it's just our tribes all stepping in for strength.
Yeah, so here's one of our tribes. There's 6 of them in the game, all led by Master Sifu that can teach you a specific style of Kung Fu. But they're all crazy, like chicken Kung Fu or something like that. Make sure to watch out for this guy behind you, the Bompa Bunker. Now you have Clone Fist. Now you have Clone Fist Super Bushu. You're hammering them into the ground.
Absolutely.
So this is an
Why
example
wouldn't
of different type of gear that you're using have different Super Bushu. So
Oh, where's he gone?
yeah, we
He's
shot him up with
exploded.
a rocket.
I'll save that big lad for last. What are you doing over here? Oh, of course. There he goes. So how many enemy types have you got here as well?
Oh, it's quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Also, the monsters you saw in the beginning, they're also morphing, like you do.
Oh,
so they
so
can
they're
look
mutating
completely
as well.
different and have different, attack patterns and
So is that procedure generated or?
dynamically. Procedurally is
Dynamically.
that. So we have certain ranges, like a genetic code. So here's a bigger door. So you need to have an upgraded power fist.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is this upgraded? Can I get in here?
Yeah, it actually
there we go.
automatically upgrades as you use it. Yeah, so this tribe found some rockets.
Is that true of all your weapons that they upgrade as you use them?
Some of them do.
Oh, he's gonna burn his little legs.
Yeah, this is one way of diffusing.
Anything, only the sky is the limit. Now,
And who's the narrator that we're hearing now?
Yeah, so he's the only speaking character in the game.
Alright.
And everybody else speaks like this mumbo-jumbo animal language. So he has 2 parts. He dynamically comments what you're doing, like in FIFA, and that wears off as you play, for a longer period of time, or you can shut it off.
Okay.
But more importantly, then, when you meet characters, he's also speaking about the world. That's very important. Also, he has a bigger meaning in the world. Tor is not only the narrator, but I cannot talk about that.
Right. Okay. No spoilers.
Yeah, so here's an example. If we meet this guy, then he's a crazy mechanic. So our game is like character-centric. So if you take a fantastic game like Horizon Zero Dawn, they lead you through a very, very good handcrafted narrative with a linear story. In our case, it's more about the characters.
Okay.
So we kind of introduce you to a character, and he's gradually leading you out from a wider circular area from where he is. And that might then overlap his missions with other missions from other characters. So it's a dialogue tree, like Mass Effect. We have a karma system, yin yang imbalance, that might change the dialogue tree, open up new missions for you depending on that. So he now said that he will allow you to play with his greatest new invention, a mechton, which is a mech. So he's very nice. So if you go out in the dead zone a little bit, he asks you to collect some scrap metal. And the dead zone, you see now, is low oxygen in the low left-hand corners. So you will start to suffocate unless you're faster. So you can go there by foot, but then you need like a gas mask, oxygen tank.
That makes sense.
But it's also quite dangerous, so maybe it's smarter to go with the mech. So he asks you to get some parts from this mech. And this is how you do in the real game. You find these wrecks scattered across the world. You bring back some parts to him, and he will weld that together to his mech.
And you can just discover those kind of on the fly. It's, again, because the open world, you're not really...
So let's go to that table. So in the demo, we only allow you to choose the cockpit. In the real game, you can switch all the parts.
I mean, I'm going for the duck face.
Okay.
I have to go for the duck face.
So as you see, he's welding that together. So you see now on your back, you have this claw machine, like
I was looking
cabinet.
at the weird foxes.
Yeah, with the small squips. And to the left of that, you have a clear tank. So let's move forward, and I'll explain what you need to do with that. So you see you have oil here. It's now blocking the way. Oil is always dangerous for us. So if you go by foot, it's going to be hard to go here. But you can soak that up. You see the tank is now filling up. So you can pause, but it's also used as fuel for the mech.
Oh, okay. So like you said, that it's bad for you to put all the oil and stuff.
Yeah,
but
you're sinking in.
Is it possible to still overcome it? Like if you want to play without the mech for any reason?
Yeah, you can use your abilities and mutations. So shoot a little bit more squips. So left trigger. So you see what happens now, that you attract the muck pups.
Oh, the bait.
Yeah, it works like a distraction for them. So you can also suck up these or soak up these creatures if you use
LB, is it?
So in the real game, they end up in the arcade cabinet, and now you can fire them for different effects. But in the demo, we just give you the orange critters.
So you've got a little bit of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath in it as well. Jeez.
So let's move down there. So
right, here we go.
A little bit of more oil.
I feel bad. These little critters don't die, right?
No.
No.
Critters were harmed in the making of this video game.
I mean, I can't see, but you used air quotes there.
Yeah, so the dead zone is huge. It would probably taking you like 35 minutes to come to this area where we are right now, but we condensed it for the demo. So at the center of our world is a huge tree of life with 5 routes stretching out across 8 by 8 kilometers of open world. At the end of each route, there's a huge creature, a boss. You can see him at the end there. He's eating at the root, right? Okay. So you can choose to defeat him. There's another choice too, but today we're gonna defeat him. Try to. And if you do that, you're healing the root, and you increase the chance of world survival with 20%. Okay. So you can actually partake in making the world collapse. So you're playing as the world is dying. Yeah, here you see a night and day cycle suddenly became night. So shoot critters on him, and you will see that he starts to focus on that. More critters. He will eat them. Up. Be careful. This is back. Move away. So shoot some critters. You see he catches them. And now he will roll out his tongue. Step on it. Go melee. Melee, melee. Yeah, step on it.
Just stamp on the tongue.
Yeah, and you slap it in the face. Now you can double jump, hover, and do melee. Melee. So you can set up like really powerful punches.
Nice, I see.
Yeah, you're really good for playing it first time. So you can charge it, the melee, you just hold it to charge the melee attack. So do that again, and you can shoot as well. Be careful now. Yeah, you're almost dying. So move. Shoot him as well. Yeah, now you got it. Fine.
Okay, so it was context sensitive, so I could just press
Yeah,
X.
trigger him and now shoot him and knock him out. Load your melee. You can charge up the melee by holding the button.
Okay. Oh, I'm on his foot. I'm stuck on his foot.
Shoot him. Go up.
Get away.
Be careful now. You have to take him to the next stage. So it's multiple stages. We made him a little bit easier here now for demo purposes.
Oh, now you tell me that. now you can see that I'm doing terribly.
Yeah, so it's contextual. If he's near an electric pole, he might do that.
Okay.
Rip it down, and now you have to be careful. Because if he whips you, yeah.
So you can kind of tailor how you want to fight the boss by kind of kiting him almost.
Yeah, and you could have gone there by foot, but I wouldn't recommend it. You're like, the mech is 4 meters, and you're like 1 meter. So it would
Yeah,
be
I'm definitely
really
glad
hard.
I've got the mech.
So use your cannons now, or your machine guns. You have to combine that, it will go quicker for you, I think. Shoot him.
Get close.
So the hover mode is like double tap, and you don't have to hold up the jump button. Then you are hovering, and then you can charge your melee.
Wait, now which button was it to charge melee again?
Melee is just hold melee, so double jump, hold it, now you're hovering. Shoot it.
That feeling of goes all the way down.
Oh, is this the last? Oh, oh no.
Stop like a snack when you end up.
Oh, I didn't expect this.
You see the squibs he ate? They're also in the stomach.
You sweat out that amount.
Oh no. So I'm a mucus bubble. That's surely
That's
helpful
good.
inside giant
You're
guns,
really
right?
good at this, so. If you want a treat, get flushed out one time. Oh, you didn't do that. But
No,
we give you.
I was
you
already
did really
grossed
well.
out enough.
Yeah, you really wanted to win, so.
I had to get it. Stylish finish as well.
Yeah, so you see the route is now healed.
Okay.
So 20%, but there's 5 of these big guys.
So is that the main objective of the game? To save
One of
the
them.
world? One of the main objectives.
But there's
okay.
also 6 tribes. So you can start alley with one tribe, help them to take out another one.
Okay. So at a conservative estimate, how long do you think it would take to
Yeah, I
get through the
promised
entire
10
game?
hours, but it will
Okay.
take you a longer time. Yeah. So
10
here's
hou-
another minute of like some of the open world things.
Right, so
Because
I guess
it's
it's
an
10 hours
8x8
at a
game.
rush if you
Yeah, I think
blaze through the game.
if you take like most of the main things that we want to give you as an experience, it will
Right.
probably take you 10 hours.
There's a lot of obviously side quest stuff and exploration.
It's a big world. It's 8x8 kilometers. So.
Well, that was super fun.
Thank you.
And like you said, there's so much to many other games in it. I think that's going to help a lot of people just at least pick up one aspect of the game, like up super fast. Even if like you're not a Devil May Cry fan, you're not familiar with that type of combat, you're still going to be able to appreciate lots of others to the game. But thank you so much for showing me. That was like super exciting.
Cool.
Have you got a release date yet?
Next summer.
Next summer.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometime summer 2019. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out with me.
That's awesome.
Make sure everyone out there stay tuned to Gamespot.com because we will have more Biomutant stuff as it comes available.